Welcome back, everybody, to the continuation of our Let's Play of Space Exploration and Krastorio 2. So, I've been playing around quite a bit with the space elevator. I've been trying a whole bunch of different configurations, how I could use the space elevator, how I could make trains go up into the space elevator, how we can reuse our existing train system in combination with the space elevator, and everything I did, I failed at. Do I still have the train in my pocket? Yes, I do. Perfect. Let's put you down over here. I was kind of hoping that I could send trains up into the space elevator by not having to use the specific stations that is called the space elevator station over here. But it seems to me that that is not possible. For example, if I just put you over here real quick, there we go, and just give you a bit of fuel. There we go. And if we would go into space, or let's put it like different. If we would command you to go... Ooh, we could try that actually. I did not try that yet. Let's put some fuel in you. You got some fuel in you. Perfect. We can command the train to go like over here. He'll do that. We can try to command the train to go over there, but he will say no destination over there. If we try to get this train station or the train over to... Ooh, I don't think we can use this interface with the other surface. No, I don't think we can do that. No, there's no way for this train to automatically drive up the space elevator without going into the station for the space elevator. Which means if we have a train that goes from one surface to another surface, that train will have to have its own custom little schedule. What we can't do anymore is something like this over here, where we go to a certain provider and then go to a certain requester and just hope it magically works across surfaces, because that is not how this works. Which means I had to come up with some kind of system over here how we could set up such a system, and I came up with this over here, what you see right in front of you. I was kind of thinking about that we do need some kind of output stacker and input stacker for every space elevator on both the bottom and the top side. If we go into space real quick, there we go, we will see that we have the exact same structure over here. And actually, if we zoom out a bit over here, you will see that I have already been a little bit busy. It seems to me that I am actually building the space satellite from Borderlands over here. I might be Handsome Jack, but actually, no, I'm pretty much Hideous Bolt Viking. Yes, that's more like it. That's way better. Nevertheless, I came up with the stacking system because one thing we do have to keep in mind is every train we send somewhere usually goes point to point, and every station we have in between, for example, over here, let's put you on manual real quick. If we have like stations in between, they do not count to that point to point. For example, novice up. And actually go to the provider, go to novice up, and then do we also have novice down in here? Ooh, we do not, do we? No. So do we find it over here then? And where is it even? Let's look for it. Novice. All stations, man. Novice orbit. There we go. Novice down. There we go. Yeah, we will have to deal with something like this. And there's multiple issues over here. Now, in the old system that we had is, let's just pick up any old train, like this one over here. This is a good one. And we have like this direct connection. We go to the provider, we go to the requester, and we have nothing in between. As soon as we go over to the requester, which could be anywhere, for example, over here, any one of these, as soon as we go over here, we will add one to the train limit, and that train is reserved for that station and that station alone. So that will be fine. However, if we have something like an intermediate step, like this one over here, the train will first and foremost go over here to the intermediate step, and after he reached this step, he will then start to look for a place to go to this requester. And it could just be, just as this train is doing over here, wait a minute, there we go, as this one over here, that he will then immediately realize, nope, my destination is full, I'm going to stick right where I am. And that's definitely going to happen. And that is more or less the reason why we need input and output stackers over here on our space elevator. Now, there's of course another issue. For example, just imagine that this part over here, it doesn't really matter. If this part over here is on the ground and the counterpart over here is in space, and this one is in space and the counterpart over here is on the ground. So we could just, for now, imagine that this over here is just the same thing either side. So just don't care about space right now. We just want to go from over here to over there through here. And this over here is definitely its own space station. We could simplify this by maybe just doing something like this. And saying something like, we got like a station over here and a station over here. And to get from over there to over there, we have to go through these two, which is basically this thing over here. Good. So what would happen, for example? What could happen is we have a couple of trains going up into space, and in space they realize that they can't go where they need to go, which means they will go over here into the output stacker and will block the full stack over here. What we can do over here is we can definitely, oh, we haven't even set it up over here, read the train count over here. That is definitely something we can do. And that is going to be very important because the train count over here tells us, reads the number of trains going to this particular train stop, includes the stopped train. So if this one over here is, for example, limited to 1, which we should also set over here, definitely limited to 1. There we go. Then up to 4 trains, 1 for each station, can pathfind over here. However, if we then go to the bottom side again, which would be this part over here, the input stack over here should only hold as many trains as the output stack over here can hold. Because if we have like 4 trains over here stuck in the input stacker, and then actually, yeah, and then the next station, yeah, that's the thing. The next command over here for the next train over will be to go up. So they first go into the input stacker. We can actually realize it with you real quick. There we go. Yeah, I'm actually going to use you as intended and do the full end-to-end test. We can actually do the full end-to-end test. There we go. So, first thing first, you go over here. Then, oh, that thing is not even named correctly. Oh. There we go. You got some good names. By the way, we named these stations after Surface, Space Elevator, Orbit, 2.8 input. Then, on the other side over here, we got Orbit, Space Elevator, Surface, 2.8 output. If we go up into space, then we have the exact opposite. We got, let's go over here first. We got Orbit, Space Elevator, Surface input. And of course, on the other end, we got Surface, Orbit, Surface, Space Elevator, Orbit, 2.8 output. So that's why we got them all. Good. There we go. You there. So first thing you do, you go to the input. I'm just going to put in like time passed over here, like a second, or 1 second. Okay, we have to put in the 1 by hand. There we go. Just so that we have a little bit of action going on over here. Then we go up. Then we go to the 2.8 output. We add yet again a second. Then we go down. Then we go... no, before we go out, we go to the output, yes. Technically, there would now be some kind of station over here. This is why we would put in any kind of requester. But afterwards, we go to the input over here. This one. After this, we go down. And finally, we go to the... where is that thing? To the output. So it should be input, output, and then we loop. Good. And of course, wherever we have a station over here, we put in time passed, like 1 second over there. And over here, same thing, time passed, like 1 second. And this should now make this train go around in loops up and down the space elevator. Let me just get some extra fuel for him, because I think that a little bit of a rocket fuel will not be enough for that train over there to go around in circles. Good. Here we go. And actually, maybe just put in... I'm actually going to put in 30 seconds so we can take a look at things around us when we arrive at the station. So we have, like, actually maybe even go for a minute. I can always manually tell them... Okay, now we go for 10 minutes. We can always tell them to manually go to the next station. Actually, can we? No, we cannot. You know what? I got a way better idea. Here we go. And then over here, passenger present. Passenger present. And we just get in and out every time we go to the next stop. Here we go. Good. All right. Give you some fuel. You have these. You'll be fine. This is also, of course, one of those extra speedy trains. And let's have a look at it. So step number 1 would be you go to your input. You will go over here. This station over here is not locked in because we did not set up the train limit over here. We definitely do want to set the train limit over here via the wire connection. There we go. So as you can see, all of them are closed because we did not copy over the logic yet we have in space. That's it. We do have a bit of logic over here. Let's copy this over real quick. Yeah, let's actually make a full copy of this without the stations, the space track, and that's pretty much it. Because then we can at least put it down over here. There we go. Good. And then green wire. So what we're doing over here is, and the rest can be red wire, that's fine. Actually, yeah, that's fine. What we're doing over here is we can count how many trains are over here. And for every train that occupies one of these output stackers, we get one C signal. Over here, we got the offset for that. So we negate the C signal coming from the other side and check how many stations we actually have over here. So, for example, there is nothing over here. All of these would be open. Then we would get 0C from over here. And then we take 4, subtract 0 from it, and, well, nothing would happen because, well, we would remain with a 4. Good. And the more I think about it, the more I really want this to be red wire. So let's turn this into red wire real quick. Just to fit the meme over here. And actually, no, it is green. Wow, it's a mess. It's such a mess. It is red and green wire, but here, get rid of all the wires. There we go. There we go. Good. And then you over there as well, and you over there as well. Good. So, yes, if there would be any kind of train over there, we would get the amount of trains sitting in those stackers over here on the top side. Remember, the counterpart for this one is in space. Imagine there's like no trains in there, then we get nothing. Subtract 1 from it. No, not subtract 1 from it. Multiplied by -1, there we go. Negate it. Add the amount of stations we have over here, and then we connect them over to these these decided combinators over here. So let's just combine them up real quick. There we go. And then you over there, and you over there, and you over there. What these do over here is they all check how high the C signal is. If the C signal is 4, which is the biggest one available, then this station will be open, this one will be open, this one will be open, and this one will be open. If there's 3 trains on the other side, then only this one would be open. And this will assure us that we will not have any kind of stacking mishap over here compared to the output stacker. Now, it could still be, and that might be a thing that could happen, that will probably happen. That will definitely happen, that when the train goes up the space elevator, during the time it travels up, another train could pathfind over here. No, but that will be fine. As soon as he tries to pathfind over here, as long as he's not, like, in this segment yet, we might need to make a bypass for that train, though. As long as he's not in this segment yet, then if this station over here suddenly loses its request over here or loses its capacity, it should pathfind to another station. Should. We can already see that it's getting kind of complicated, and having only one stacker of these will not be enough. We are definitely going to have multiple stackers. There's going to be one over here. There's probably going to be one over here. Maybe right over here. I'm not quite sure yet. Actually, we can't build it this way. We can only build it this way. Maybe one over here. But these space elevator stackers, these will be everywhere. And if we take a better look at it, if you look at this, it would make a lot of sense to have another one of these straight over here. Like straight on the top of its head, the other way around. Because then we have on both directions over here taken care of. Good, 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 good. But let's go back to our train. So this train over here now wants to go up to Novus and then go to the next station. So we get in, he goes up to Novus. There we go. I'll just get out for a second, and then he goes all the way over here. And he will stay over there, because over here, he's now being accounted for 1. And if we go back down over here to the surface, and we check over here, we will notice that this station over here is closed, and these 3 over here are all also closed, because I've probably messed it up somewhere. I have most likely messed it up somewhere. Let's have a look. What's wrong? What's wrong? Is the green wire not coming in? The green wire is coming in. Is it maybe? No. Electricity is going up and down. The green signal over here should go down in space. So over here, the green signal is coming in. We negate the green signal. Are we missing a wire maybe? I think we're missing a wire. Yeah, we're missing this one. There we go. And now this one is closed, this one is open, this one is open, and this one is also open. And note, it doesn't really matter on which station this one is sitting. As long as he's sitting on one of them, the other side will have one closed. Good, let's get over there. And let's move to the next station, so we just get in. We just have a quick lap in space. There we go. Gonna take a second or two. We actually have to go the very, 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 very long way around. This is gonna take a while, actually. Because, well, trains are not meant to go this way. Let's put it like this. Trains are really not meant to go this way. There we go. There we go. And then we go up and over. And then we go around again. And then... Come on, be faster about it. Perfect. And then we will arrive over here. And then... Let me just get out real quick. There we go. So now the train is over here. He will still wait over here to move on to the next section, which is fine. This is the input over here. Oh, this is the... Yeah, this is the input over here. Perfect. All of these stations are open because the bottom part has no count value yet. That is also fine. If we take a look at the bottom, we can see, yeah, all of these are open. And your next station is going to be going down again into this one. And just to check if everything is working correctly, let's go back to space. One of these should not be closed. This one is closed, this one is open, this one is open, and this one is open. So it seems to be working fine. But this also tells us that we can only have like 4 trains over here waiting in the stacker. Now, there will be one thing that we have to keep in mind. We will not have that many trains going from surface to surface. There will be a couple, but it's not going to be that many. However, we need to figure out how many that's going to be. And we are going to have to prepare the appropriate amount of stackers for that. Now, we could also always just make this stacker bigger. We can expand the stacker downwards as far as we like. And now to think about it, did I do this correctly over here, or... Yeah, that will work. That will work fine. There's enough space over here for the signals to add additional stackers over here. We could also add additional stackers over there. We could make more and more stackers. That should be fine. But I would rather, instead of having more stackers, I would rather have more space elevators going around. Just so that we have more opportunities for trains to go up the bottom. I mean, we could either have one big elevator where everybody goes in, or multiple small elevators where everybody goes in now and then. And what we will probably see over time is we will probably see some trains going a bit the long way around to get into space, just because they find this open spot over here. That is definitely going to be an issue we have to be aware of, but I'm pretty sure it will be fine. It should definitely be fine. And we should probably also add the passing track over here, because that will probably be required as well. Good, but that will be that for space trains going up and down. So what is the next big plan? Well, first of all, we will probably have to make the big space mall. The big space mall is definitely going to be required. And if we take a look at our space platform over here, there we go. And if we take a look at the map, so we're currently building over here. This place over there is where the old base is. By the way, somebody asked in chat, why can we have multiple space elevators between surfaces? Yes, you can, because wherever you build a space platform, and let's just go down real quick, it will be. There we go. It will be at the exact same coordinates where you place it. So these coordinates over here, they more or less they pretty much match. So your space elevator on the surface over here will have the same coordinates as the space elevator over here in orbit, which is really, really nice. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen if we build a space elevator all the way, and I mean all the way out there. I'm pretty sure that this map over here is infinite. I could be wrong about that. I've never really checked if the surface is infinite in space. Let's check that real quick, maybe. We could just go to... Here, go to a small planet. Go to SU. Not SU. Go to... Oh, wait, radius is over here. There we go. Yeah, go to Eclades. We know Eclades. And then we go to your orbit. Oh, yeah. You're still there. Sorry about that. And let's see if we can hit the border of the map over here. I'm pretty sure space is infinite. Yeah, we should have already hit the border of it. Oh, it's still going. Add a ping. We are now at... Oh. Oh. One moment, please. It's still rendering. There we go. Yeah, we're now at minus 3,683. And if we go to the surface, the appropriate coordinate over here would be, well, less. Let's just say less. Good, 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 good. Also, no asteroids in orbit, which I guess is fine. So I guess space orbit is infinite, but I'm very curious to see what would happen if we build like a space elevator, like out of bounds. It will probably crash the game or something like that, but we will see. We will see. Good, 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 good. So back to our own orbit over here. So what's the plan for over here? There we go. We already see that we have a bit of track going around everywhere. And the first thing we should probably think about is make something like a space mall. And I guess space mall is just going to be right over here. Right on top of the actual mall. Just in space. So that we can get trains up and down from over here. We might even make the stacker a bit bigger. Because this one will more or less be the dedicated space mall stacker. But that should be fine. Afterwards, we're probably going to be expanding more into base necessary needs. For example, one thing we're definitely going to be doubling down on, and I think we already did that a couple times. Yes, this one over here. Things like making chemical gel, probably. Things like making thermofluid. We definitely want to make a lot of thermofluid. Probably want to make a dedicated system that only makes thermofluid, just for these systems over here. And well, yeah, the classics. More or less, make sure that we don't need anything in this train anymore. Currently, of course, making the space mall over here will mean that we will have to bring in a whole bunch of, let's have a look at those real quick. Where are they? For example, these things over here, a whole bunch of airframe scaffolds, LDS, space assembly machines. We're probably going to have to make a big space assembly machine somewhere. Big electric motors are going to be very important. Glass and stuff like that. Blue chips, space pipe. Yeah, the classics. All of the classics. And then we're going to make a big space mall. And that will be then the start of a base of operations over here. Good, 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 good. We will probably also have to have... We probably have to have some kind of junk train going from space back to Novice and from Novice back to space. Because stuff that is required in space will start ending up in Novice. And stuff that is required on Novice will start ending up in space because, well, just how personal logistics works. So we do need to figure out a system for that as well. But I guess the first thing we're going to be doing over here is just make a big platform. Connect them up on both sides. Trains will be entering over here. I guess... we could use this whole area over here for trains. And then this whole area over here for construction. It is a huge area. I mean, we got this... small area over here, this very, very considerably small area over here, just for space manufacturing, and we can just make a big, big, big space manufactory over here, which we're definitely going to be doing. Good. We could start sketching it out. Yeah, let's start sketching it out. Why not? Where are we? Oh god. Okay, I'm on Novice. There we go. One thing I do like, I can just ride up and down the elevator like this. That is bloody amazing. Good. Alright, if we do want to connect it up, then we are going to have something like this, I guess. And then this will be the main feed line. And this can connect up over here with the other side. I don't really care about that. Oops. Oop, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, almost. We need to move this over by, say, 1. There we go. And you can already see how this is going to go. Good. Actually, it's not going to go like this. It's definitely not going to go like this. This is just a placeholder. But there's a mansion we can hold a full train over here. So we go all the way down. Is this going to be a full train? Let's have a look. Oh, pretty much. Let's just add like 1 more. Then for the train station, this will be any kind of requester. Doesn't really matter for now. And then you can have one of these. Let's have a quick peek at you. Yeah, that looks fine. Not like that. Just not like that. There we go. Good. And then fix up the rest. Not quite sure if we are actually going to be using this exact station over here, but you might get the drift over here, what we're planning to do. And again, this is going to be a robot space mall. That's going to be all the things we need over here. Also, these bots are so freaking slow. at the speed we move at the moment, it feels like pi bots over here, which is kind of impressive. And these bots are by far not slow. These are pretty fast bots. Here we go. Here we go. And actually, we don't really want this kind of connection down here. That connection down there will make things worse for us. We want this connection. Here we go. This might exist. I don't really care. At least I don't really care for now. And we do care about you. And then you. Is this one correct? No, well, let's maybe build the rest of it real quick. Also, let's get these pots in. There we go. Am I out of space? No, I'm not out of space. There we go. There we go. Yeah, looks fine. Let's just make sure that these over here are on the same height. They are on the same height. Good, 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 good. And we can stack as many trains in here as we need. Like I said, this area is huge. And if we use only this space platform over here, just for space mode purposes, is almost as big as our platform over there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. There we go. There we go. Good. Now, things we do have to need to make the space. Well, space platform, a whole bunch of it. Mostly space platform, a whole bunch of space platform, and we will see whatever else we need. Now, for other things, we're going to get more dedicated machines, of course, for things like, let's have a look at that. What's the classic in-space product? Do we have something like a classic in-space product? I guess the observation frames over here. But most of the stuff we can actually make on Novice. It's just the final production of some of the assembly machines over here that we need to do in space. I might be overthinking this. I might be overthinking this. Liquids is definitely going to be one thing we want to have handled in space. And just the basic construction of everything. We're definitely going to have like some kind of dedicated biomass making machine that just only does one thing: make biomass, make biomass, make biomass, and don't care about anything else. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna have to, if we're gonna be putting something like plasma stream into a train. I guess we will always have chemical gel in the train, and we probably will have cosmic water in a train. So we're gonna have to make a cosmic water works, a cosmic water decontamination, a biosludge works, a biosludge decontamination, a scrapyard or something like that, and then a thermofluid making machine. Because thermofluid is something that's always been recycled. So we will always have like a thermofluid cycle in one of these machines, and we just have to come over every now and then and top off the thermofluid. Good, 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 good. But that are the plans that we are going to be doing this week. I'm not quite sure how the schedule will be this week for K2SE. This week is again very chaotic. And last week, I kind of said on stream that I wanted to record everything by Sunday and only release whatever I did on Sunday. I didn't record a thing on Sunday. Because I just didn't have the time for it. Well, I did have the time for it, but I opted to spend the time more relaxing, which I found way more important than actually having to force myself to make content. Because if you force yourself to make content, it will only go bad. Nevertheless, that will be it for today. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, a follow, a comment, a subscription. Every kind of these actions does help me out in growing this channel to something bloody amazing. You can also find me on twitch.tv/BoldViking, where I do even more Factorio. We are doing some Pioneers over there. And also, we're doing some Darkest Dungeon. And this Tuesday, we're actually going to take a look at Xenonauts. Xenonauts 2 is going to give us a lovely new release. I just noticed something. Real quick. In Pioneers, you got buildings that overlap their own bounding box. And look at this one. This one, well, it's a little bit overlapping over here or going over. That's fine. But the box itself, yes. I mean, in Pioneer, the box would like end over here because the building ends over here. And this over here will just be like, yeah, you live with it. Oh, this is great. This is really, really great. Nevertheless, thank you so much and have a nice evening. Until next time. See you around. Also,